In this video, I'm going to share with you how to make the most out of your YouTube search when you're looking for yoga videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hi, I'm Candace. I'm a Hatha yoga teacher here to help you define your yoga journey. And what I mean by that is exactly what it sounds like. We are working on figuring out how to manage our time here on YouTube to enjoy our time practicing yoga on this wonderful platform. If you're new to my channel and you landed on this page from this video, big shout out to you. I appreciate you. Thank you 100% for showing me some love just by taking in the time to just look to hear what I have to say. So, how to make the best out of YouTube searches for yoga videos. What I'm going to discuss is 4 things to help you maximize your time and not be struggling trying to figure out through all the videos that you possibly see from your YouTube searches how to not waste time, essentially. Here's the best way to get started. First, you want to start with intention. Be intentional about your search. That could mean being specific in what you type in the search title. That could mean you knowing specifically what you're looking for and you're diving right into the content because you are very good at knowing what you want. That could also be something like seeing something from social media that you thought was interesting and you wanted to know more about it. So being intentional about your search while you are exposed to so much information that you may find on social media. So you're probably like, well, of course I'm intentional. That's why I'm on the yoga page, or that's why I'm on YouTube to search for yoga. I'll just simply type in yoga. But you will find that there are a lot of yoga gurus, yoga experts, yoga teachers. You even have therapists, anybody who finds wellness and incorporates yoga in their videos. You will find an abundance of content that is related to yoga. And so you're like, this is like, where do I go? How do I go about searching? Be specific in your search. For example, if I wanted to find a yoga video that incorporates downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, I would essentially put in downward facing dog to make it easier for me to search for yoga videos. It may give me long form content or it could give me shorts, but then I'm now stuck with who to choose. When you search, you want to see what resonates with you. It could be a matter of time, how long the video is, how short the video is, what the video may entail within the first few seconds, or maybe just how you feel by hearing them speak. A lot of factors take into place on how you know what video to choose. And honestly, it starts with what the title is talking about, what the description is talking about, which is very important. Are you seeing or are you reading what the description is offering before you look in the video? Majority of the time when we're searching, we are just scanning. And sometimes even with scanning, it takes away our time. And then after a while, we're just tired and we don't want to even do it anymore because we spend a lot of our energy trying to search for the next best video, or with the video that has the most attractive thumbnail, and then you just say, well, I'm here, let's get started, I might as well just go ahead and go with this one. Be intentional about your search. That may mean if you haven't taken the time to go throughout your day to just take 20 minutes just scrolling to see who the teachers are and how they're implementing their yoga videos, which you in mind would think of it like a yoga class just online at home or wherever your comfort space is. You want to hear what they're talking about, see if it's piquing of any interest to you for you to want to engage. And I think that's where we may fall short in our YouTube searches, because you lose that sense of touch when we aren't physically present and in the room with others, or literally one-on-one with that instructor in order to get the full experience of a yoga video or being in a yoga flow. So just think about that. Intention and being specific with your search and how to maximize by not doom scrolling on the platform. So looking for their description, seeing what it's talking about, seeing if it's inviting. So now that we've narrowed down our search, now that we've figured out what we want to search, what we're looking for, what we're ready to get started with, now you want to think about taking that dedicated time to actually practice. We are a busy nation of people. We are always looking for the quickest outcome when it comes to our searches and what our needs are. And when it comes to yoga, you want to think about that practice being a personal and intentional practice reflecting inward, which is why I emphasize about defining your yoga journey. You're cutting yourself short if you're only intentionally practicing on a consistent basis for a short period of time. Slow and steady wins the race. Taking in and absorbing what the instructor is saying, what they're teaching, it really makes a difference in how impactful what they're sharing with you allows you to feel by hearing their verbal cues, hearing what they're saying, because the downfall of some yoga experiences while practicing at home or practicing virtually is that you aren't able to feel the presence with the teacher in that physical way of connecting. So how you do that is by maximizing your listening skills and hearing what they're saying in order to be a little more stronger, be more mindful in your practice, which in the yoga asana practice, you incorporate a lot of mindfulness through listening, through verbal cues and direction on what you ideally would feel, and in return, how you actually feel while you're practicing. You may hear an instructor say, when you're in your down dog, you may feel some tightness in your hamstrings, and that may not be the case while you're in your forward fold. But on other cases, there may be another day where you may hear that instructor say, this may be your first down dog of the day, and you can walk it out and feel the difference in your hips as you're folding forward, pressing into your hands in the mat and shifting your hips back and up toward the ceiling, and noticing a difference in your stretching while you're in that posture. So just think about that when you're listening to what the instructor is saying. You may be a little more mindful with those verbal cues, how your body is feeling when you're actually doing the work and not just watching them talk about the pose. Are they making it fun? Are they making it enjoyable? Are they giving those cues that you need in order to be more mindful in your personal practice? If you think about your search, you may, of course, automatically try to get your insight and some guidance through your friends and whomever else may practice yoga and say, well, who's the best yoga instructor or yoga teacher on the YouTube channel? You may even ask your friend Google, and they will give you resources. Well, you can start with those resources and find out what they offer. Now, there are a few things you want to question when you follow these pages and when you listen. And here's the thing, here's a tip. When you expose yourself to new information, you want to absorb what resonates with you. So keep that in mind. Essentially, I have the answer for you. The real answer, the true answer. Again, like I said, who you resonate with most. When you finally figure out who's the best instructor that you enjoy following on the YouTube yoga platform. Here are some things to keep in mind while you're finding that yoga channel that you enjoy. Do they make you feel good after the yoga video? And in this case, because you're working from a virtual space, your yoga class, do they make you feel good? Do they have personality? That's another key factor. Do they have is there life within what they're sharing with you? Do you resonate with it wholeheartedly? Even if it's a small word that just sprinkles into your body that makes you feel good. Do you feel good? Is this an individual that makes you feel like you're practicing at home and they're right there in the home with you? Think about these things when you're searching for a yoga class, a yoga instructor, while in studio, in person, virtually. You want to think about all these things on and off the mat, on and off the mobile device, so that you get the greatest experience and know how to navigate your yoga journey. Here's another important, I can't stress this enough, another important key factor when you are tuning into a yoga class, in studio, in person. When you're in a virtual space, does the yoga teaching resemble what it's like in an actual yoga studio? Does it reflect the teachings of a yoga practice, a true to yoga, impactful practice that makes you feel like you are transforming in a positive light, in a positive nature, physically, mentally, emotionally, in any element? The yoga is more than physical asana, it's more than postures. It's a spiritual practice, a physical practice, an emotional practice, a mindful practice. So think about all these when you're starting your yoga journey. Especially if you're new to yoga, you're a beginner, and you're trying to find your direction and what works best for you. Think about these things while you're tuning in. If this is hitting you in a good way, if you follow what I'm saying, hit the like button to let me know that you're with me so that I can know that this is definitely hitting home with you in some type of way. And if so, put it in the comments so that I know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you're flowing, what you do on YouTube, what works best for you so that you have an effective yoga practice. So here's one suggestion I have for you. I challenge you to be more intentional about your YouTube searches from here on out. The day you come across this information, when you take all this information in, let me know what your experience is like and how things have shifted for you. If so, when you do your future YouTube searches, let me know what you think. It's really important to take time to dedicate to your practice. So spending more than 5 minutes is best. It's good to spend a short time in your practice. Like I said, we have busy days, but make sure you be intentional to do more. Because if we get in the habit of only doing short bouts, we lose the essence of being our truest self, finding our truest nature in our yoga practice. Another tip that I have is for you to find the videos that work best for you, that resonate best with you, so that you are able to put them in a playlist. Yes, if you didn't know that you can put and categorize your videos that you've watched, your watch history, make sure you put it in a playlist. That way you have your own home studio. Give new faces and content a fair chance. You're not going to divorce yourself from who you're dedicated to. When you're dedicated to a certain vessel, you will stay true to them, but it does not make you any less of an individual. You're not a traitor. You're not an op. You're not a bad person. You're not a bad individual if you expose yourself to new information, new ways of life. You grow by exposing yourself to new things. You really do. We as teachers were taught in a certain manner. There are many yoga styles out there, and that's the beauty about yoga. So that's why I say give new channels a fair chance in growing, and just be a community all together, because it's all about collaborating and growing together. No, the content isn't new. We're not reinventing the wheel, but we are adding our touch, our taste, our passion, our experience through being true to yoga and sharing it with you in a new light that may be beneficial to you. So keep that in mind while you're going through your yoga searches. Look at those descriptions, see what they're offering to you and how it would potentially make you feel by joining them for that time. And what shows them and gives them gratitude is by you putting in the comments how it made you feel. So while you're listening to this video, make sure you put in the comments how this has made you feel in the time being of your listening. It is a teacher's aim to transform your experience in a positive way. So in summary, be intentional. Be specific about your YouTube search. Dedicate time out of your day for yoga. Keep in mind, 5 minutes is okay. A short time period is okay. A true yoga practice is at least an hour in a yoga studio. At least, on average. In a yoga studio, in person, a one-on-one, usually an hour. So just think about that while you're practicing. It's different at home. So that way you may see things slightly different in what's being offered. But when you work your way up toward that, you will notice a difference. So take your time while practicing and being intentional with how you treat yourself, your mind, yoking your body, as far as connecting the mind, body, and spirit together in a yoga practice. For example, think about how long the physical body takes to naturally settle into relaxation or to be prepared to do whatever activity it is. You usually reset your body, you reset your mind to get yourself focused before you start that activity. So think about what it's like in order to get started in a yoga practice or the efforts that it takes. You will get benefits out of just moving the body for a short amount of time, but to be intentional takes longer. At least that's my opinion. In an online space, the YouTube platform holds a lot of room for a lot of content. Give new faces a chance to learn and grow and share and build community, and you in return learn to transform your life in the way that you see fit, that best resonates with you. And in the essence of yoga, you defining your yoga journey. If this resonated with you in any way, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Let me know that we're on point with this video all the way through. If not, that's okay, because we are discovering our yoga journey. I'm discovering my journey as I am sharing my light here on this platform. If you haven't had a chance to see how YouTube has changed my life as a new content creator here, I suggest that you hit this video over here. Lastly, if you have yet to subscribe to the channel and you'd like to learn more about yoga, I would thoroughly appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. In the meantime, I wish you well, I wish you light, I wish you goodness in all things, and having clarity in defining your yoga journey. Peace and light.